Go sit over there. No, come here.
Proceed, Selene, to procure my fall, and by the doom of death and woes and all.
Merchant of Syracuse, I'll plead no more. I am not partial to infringe our laws. The enmity and discord which of late sprung from the rancorous outrage of your duke to merchants our well-dealing countrymen, who wanting guilders to redeem their lives, have sealed his rigorous statutes with their blood, excludes all pity from our threatening looks. For since thy mortal and intestine jars twixt thy seditious countrymen and us, it hath in solemn synods been decreed, both by the Syracusans and ourselves, to admit no traffic to our adverse towns. Nay more, if any born at Ephesus be seen at Syracusan marts and fairs, again, if any Syracusan born come to the bay of Ephesus, he dies. His goods confiscate to the duke's dispose, unless 1,000 marks be levied, to quit the penalty and to ransom him. Thy substance, valued at the highest rate, cannot amount unto 100 marks. Therefore by law thou art condemned to die.
Yet this my comfort when your words are done, my woes and likewise with the evening sun.
Well, Syracusan, say in brief the cause why thou departedst from thy native home, and for what cause thou camest to Ephesus.
A heavier task could not have been imposed that I speak my griefs unspeakable. Yet the world may witness that my end was wrought by nature, not by vile offense. I'll utter what my sorrows give me leave. Puppet time! In Syracuse was I born, wed unto woman, happy but for me. And by me had not our hap been bad. Our wealth increased by prosperous voyages I often made to Epidamia. Till my factor's death, and the great care of goods at random reft, drew me from kind embracements of my spouse, whom my absence was not 6 months old, before herself, and was fainting under the pleasing punishment that women bear, had made provision for her following me, and soon and safe arrived where I was. There had she not been long, but she became a joyful mother of 2 goodly sons, which was strange, the one so like the other, as cannot be distinguished but by names. That very hour, and in the self-same inn, a meaner woman was delivered, bird and male, twins, both alike. Though their parents were exceedingly poor, I bought and brought up to attend my sons. My wife, not meanly proud of 2 such boys, made daily motions for our home return. Unwillingly, I agreed. Alas, too soon. We came aboard, a league from Epidamia, had we sailed, for the always window indeed gave any tragic instance of our home. But longer did we not retain much hope, for what obscured light the heavens did grant, did but convey into our fearful minds a doubtful warrant of immediate death. Dramatic storm time! Must come, and the prettiest penance and the pretty babes that mourn for fashion, ignorant what to fear, forced me to seek delays for them, and this it was, for other means was none. The sailors sought for safety by our boat, and then left the ship that sinking right to us. So when thus unjust force of us, fortune left them both us alike, what to delight in, what to sorrow for. For part, poor soul, seeing these burdened with less weight than our professional is carried with most beauty. In our sight, their three were taken up by fishermen of Corinth. As we thought, at length the sun, gazing upon the earth, dispersed those vapors that offended us. By the benefit of his wished light, the seas waxed calm. We saw two ships from afar, making a main to us, that of Corinth and of Troas. But ere they came, or let me say no more, gathered seagull by that went before.
Nay, forward, old man, do not break off so, for we may pity though not pardon thee.
Oh, had the gods done so, I'd not worthily turn them merciless to us. For either ships can meet but twice 5 leagues, we were encountered by a mighty rock, which being violently borne upon, our helpful ship was splintered in the midst. So when this unjust divorce of us, fortune had left to both of us alike, what to delight in, what to sorrow for. Our part, poor souls, whom his burden left their weight, but not with us alone, was carried us towards home. At length another ship had seized on us, and knowing whom it was their hap to save, gave helpful welcome to their shipwrights' guests, and would have reft the prisoners of their prey, had not their bark been very slow of sailing. Thus have you heard me severed from my bliss, that by my own misfortunes my life was prolonged to tell the sad stories of my own mishaps.
For the sake of them that sorrowest for, do me the favor to dilate at full what hath befallen of them and thee till now.
My youngest boy, and yet my eldest care, at 18 years became inquisitive after his brother, and importuned me, that his attendant, so his case was like, reft of his brother, but retained his name in the quest of him, whom whilst I labored of a love to see, I hazarded the loss of whom I loved. 5 summers have I spent in farthest Greece, roaming clean through the bounds of Asia, and coasting homeward came to Ephesus, hopeless to find but loath to leave unsought, or any place that harbors men. And here must end the story of my life, and happily in my timely death, by all my travels o'er me they live.
Hapless Aegean, whom the fates have marked, to bear the extremity of dire mishap. Now trust me, were it not against our laws, against my crown, my oath, my dignity, which princes would they may not dissettle, my soul would sue as advocate for thee. But though thou art adjudged to the death, and passed sentence may not be recalled, yet will I favor thee in what I can. Therefore, merchant, I limit thee this day, to seek thy health, thy beneficial health. Try all the friends thou hast in Ephesus. Beg thou or borrow to make up the sum and live. If no, then thou art doomed to die. Jailer, take him to thy custody.
I will, my lord.
Hopeless and helpless doth Aegean wed, but to procrastinate his lifeless end.
Therefore, give out. You are about to damn them, lest their goods too soon be confiscated. This very day, a Syracusan merchant is apprehended for his arrival here, and not being able to buy his life due to the statute of the town, dies as the weary sun sets in the west. Here is your money that I had to keep.
Go, bear it to the central, where we host, and stay there, Dromio, till I come to thee. Within this hour it will be dinner time. Till then, I'll view the manners of the town, peruse the traders, gaze upon the buildings, and then return to sleep within mine inn, for with long travel I am stiff and weary. Get thee away.
Many a man would take you at your word and go indeed, having so good a mien.
A trusty villain, sir, that very oft, when I am dull with care and melancholy, lightens my humor with his merry jests. What will you walk with me about the town, and then come to mine and dine with me?
I am invited, sir, to certain merchants of whom I hope to make much benefit. I crave your pardon. Soon at 5 o'clock, I'll be with you upon the mart, and afterward from forth until bedtime. My present business calls me from you now.
Farewell till then. I will go and lose myself, and wander up and down through the city.
Sir, I commend you to your own content.
He that commends me to mine own content, commends me to the thing I cannot get. I to the world am like a drop of water, that in the ocean seeks another drop, who, falling there to find his fellow forth, unseen, inquisitive, confounds himself. So I, to find a mother and a brother, in the quest of them, unhappily lose myself. Here comes the almanac of my true date. What now? How chanced thou return so soon?
Turn so soon? Rather, approach too late. The capon burns, the pig falls from the spit. The clock has stricken 12 upon the bell. The mistress made it 1 upon my cheek. She is so hot because the meat is cold. The meat is cold because you come not home. You come not home because you have no stomach. You have no stomach having broke your fast. But we that know what is to fast and pray are penitent for your default to them.
Stop in your wind, sir. Tell me this, I pray. Where have you left the money that I gave you?
Oh, 6pence that I had at Wednesday last? To pay the saddler for my mistress' crupper. Saddler had it, sir. I kept it not.
I am not in a sportive humor now. Tell me, and dally not, where is the money? We being strangers here, how darest thou trust so great a charge from thine own custody?
I pray you, gesture when you sit at dinner. I for my mistress come to you in post. By return I shall be post indeed, for she will scour your fault upon my pate. Methinks your maw like mine should be your clock, and strike you home without a messenger.
Come, drunk, come. These jests are out of season. Reserve them till a merrier hour than this. Where is the gold I gave in charge to thee?
To me, sir? You gave no gold to me.
Come on, sir knave. I've done thy foolishness, and tell me, how thou hast disposed thy charge?
My charge was but to fetch you from the mark, home to your house, Phoenix, sir, to dinner. My mistress and her sister stays for you.
Now, as I am a Christian, answer me, in what safe place thou hast bestowed my money, or I will break that merry sconce of yours that stands on tricks when I am undisposed. Where is the 1,000 marks thou hast of me?
I have some marks of yours upon my pate, some of your mistress marks upon my shoulders, but not 1,000 marks between you both. If I should pay your worship those again, perchance you would not bear them patiently.
Thy mistress marks? What mistress slave hast thou?
Your worship's wife? My mistress at the Phoenix? She who doth starve till you come home to dinner, and prays that you will hie you home to dinner?
What, wilt thou flout me thus into my face, being forbid? There, take thou that, and that.
What mean you, sir? For God's sake, hold your hands. Nay, you will not. I will take to my heel.
Upon my life, by some device or other, the villain is o'erwrought of all my money. They say this town is full of cozenage, as nimble jugglers that deceive the eye, dark working sorcerers that change the mind, soul-killing witches that deform the body, disguised cheaters, parading mountebanks, and many such like liberties of sin. If it prove so, I will be gone the sooner. All to the centaur to go seek this slave. I greatly fear my money is not safe.
Neither my husband nor the slave returned that in such haste I sent to seek his master. Sure, Luciana, it is 2 o'clock.
Perhaps some merchant hath invited him, and from the mart he's somewhere gone to dinner. Good sister, let us dine and never fret. A man is master of his liberty. Time is their master. When they see time, they'll go or come. If so, be patient, sister.
Why should their liberty than ours be more?
Because their business still lies out o' door.
Look, when I serve him so, he takes it ill.
Oh, no, he's the bridle of your will.
There's none but asses will be bridled so.
Why, headstrong liberty is lashed with woe. There's nothing situate under heaven's eye, in earth, in ski, and sky. The beasts, the fishes, and the winged fowls are their male subjects and at their controls. Man, more divine, the masters of all of these, lord of the wide world and wild watery seas, endued with intellectual sense and souls, of more preeminence than fish and fowls, are masters to their females and their lords. Then let your will attend on their accords.
This servitude makes you to keep unwed.
Not that, but troubles of the marriage bed.
But were you wedded, you would bear some sweat.
Ere I learn love, I'll practice to obey.
How if your husband starts some other where?
Till he come home again, I would forbear.
Patience unmoved. No marvel though she pause, they can be meek that have no other cause. A wretched soul, bruised with adversity, we bid be quiet when we hear it cry. But were we burdened with like weight of pain, as much or more, we would ourselves complain. And so thou, that hath no unkind maid to grieve thee, with urging helpless patience wouldst relieve me. Well,
If thou live to see like right bereft, this fool beg patience in thee will be left.
well, I will marry one day, but to try. Here comes your man. Now is your husband nigh.
Say, is your tardy master now at hand?
Nay, he's had 2 hands with me, and that my 2 ears can witness.
Say, didst thou speak with him? Knowest thou his mind?
Aye, he spoke his mind upon my ear. For sure his hand I scarce could understand it.
Spake he so doubtfully that thou couldst not feel his meaning?
No, he struck me so painfully I could too well feel his blows, and withal so doubtfully I could scarce understand them.
But say, I prithee, is he coming home? Seems he hath great care to please his wife.
Mistress, sure my master is horn mad.
Horn mad, thou villain!
I mean not cuckold mad. Sure he is stark mad. When I desired him to come home from dinner, he asked me for 1,000 marks in gold. 'Tis dinner time, quoth I, my gold, quoth he. Your meat doth burn, quoth I, my gold, quoth he. Will you come, quoth I, my gold, quoth he. My mistress, sir, quoth I, my gold, quoth he. Hang up thy mistress, I know not thy mistress, out on thy mistress.
Well, who?
Quoth my master, I know, quoth he, no house, no wife, and no mistress. So that my errand do unto my tongue, I thank him I bear home upon my shoulders. For in conclusion he did beat me there.
Go back again, thou slave, and fetch him home.
Go back again and be new beaten home? For God's sake, send some other messenger.
Back, slave, or I'll break thy pater cross.
And he will bless that cross with another beating. Between you I shall have a holy head.
Hence, prating peasant, fetch thy master home.
Am I so round with you as you with me, that like a football you do spurn me thus? He will spurn me hence, and you will spurn me hither. If at last in this service you may case me in leather.
Hi, how impatience lowereth on thy face.
His company must do his minions grace, whilst I at home starve for a merry look. Hath only age the alluring beauty took from my poor cheek? Then he hath wasted it. For my discourse is dull, barren my wit. If voluble and sharp discourse be marred, unkindness blunts it more than marble hard. Do their gay vestments his affections bait? That's not my fault. He's master of my state. What ruins are in me can be found by him not ruined. Then he is the ground of my defeatures. My decayed fair, a sunny look of his would soon repair. But too unruly, dear, he breaks the pail and feeds from home. Poor I am but his stale.
Self-harming jealousy, fie, feed it hence.
Unfeeling fools can with such wrongs dispense. I know his eye doth homage otherwhere, or else what lets it but he would be here. Sister, you know he promised me a chain. Would that alone he would detain, so he would keep fair quarter with his bed. I see the jewel best enameled will lose its beauty, yet the gold bides still, that others touch, and often touching will wear gold. And no man that hath a name by falsehood and corruption doth it shame. Since my beauty can no longer please his eye, I'll weep what's left away and weeping die.
How many fond fools serve mad jealousy?
The gold I gave to Dromio is laid up safe with the centaur, and the heedful slave has gone to seek me forth by computation and mine own post report. I could not speak with Dromio since I sent him from the mark. See, here he comes. How now, sir? Is your merry humor altered? Since you love stroke, so jest with me again. You know no centaur. You received no gold. Your mistress sent to have me home to dinner. My house was at the Phoenix. Wast thou mad thus so madly thou didst answer me?
What answer, sir? When speak I such a word?
Even now, even here, not half an hour since.
I did not see you since you sent me hence, home to the centaur with the gold you gave me.
Villain! thou didst deny the goals received, and told me of a mistress and a dinner, for which I hope thou felt I was displeased.
I am glad to see you in this merry vein. What means this jest? I pray you, master, tell me.
Nay, dost thou jeer and flout me thus into my face? Thinkest thou I jest? Hold, take thou that, and that.
Hold, sir, for God's sake! Now your jest is earnest. Upon what bargain do you give it me?
Because that I familiarly sometimes do use you for my fool, and chat with you, when your sauciness will jest upon my love, and make it common of my serious hours. When the sun shines, let foolish gnats make sport, but creeping crannies when he hides his gleaming seat. If you will jest with me, know my aspect, and fashion your demeanor to my looks, or I will beat this method in your sons.
Gods call you in! So you would leave battering? I'd rather have it ahead! And you'd use these blows long. I must get a sconce for my head, and ensconce it too, or else I shall seek my wit in my shoulders. But pray, sir, why am I beaten?
Dost thou not know?
Nothing, sir, but that I am beaten.
Shall I tell you why?
Aye, sir, and wherefore? For they say every why hath a wherefore.
Why first, for flouting me, and wherefore for urging it the second time?
Was there ever any man thus beaten out of season, when the why and the wherefore is neither rhyme nor reason? Well, sir, I thank you.
Thank me, sir. For what?
Marry, sir, for this something that you gave me for nothing.
I'll make amends next to give you nothing for something. But I pray, sir, is it dinner time?
No, sir, I think the meat wants that I have.
In good time, sir. What's that?
Basting.
Well, sir, then it will be dry.
If it be, sir, I pray you eat none of it,
Your reason?
lest it make you choleric and purchase me another dry basting.
Well, sir, learn to jest in good time. There's a time for all things.
I durst have denied that before you were so choleric.
By what rule?
Marry, sir, by a rule as plain as the plain bald pate of Father Time himself.
Let's hear it.
There's no time for a man to recover his hair lost by nature.
May he not do it by fine and recovery?
Aye, to pay a fine for a periwig and recover the lost hair of another man.
Why is time such a niggard of hair, being as it is so plentiful and excrement?
Because it is a blessing that he bestows on beasts, and what he hath scanted men in hair, he hath given them in wit.
What? But there is many a man hath more hair than wit.
Not a man of those, but he hath the wit to lose his hair.
Why, thou didst conclude hairy men, plain dealers, without wit.
The plainer dealer, the sooner lost. Yet he loseth it in a kind of jollity.
For what reason?
For two, and sound ones too.
Nay, not sound, I pray you.
Sure ones then.
Nay, not sure. You think falsely.
Certain ones then.
Nay,
The one, that at tiring he should save his money. The other, that at dinner they should not fall in his parge.
you would all this time have proved there is no time for all things.
Marry and did, sir. Namely, no time for a man to recover hair lost by nature.
Your reason was not substantial. There is no time to recover.
Thus I mend it. Time himself is bald, and therefore, to the world's end, will have bald followers.
I knew 'twould be a bald conclusion. But soft, who walks us young?
Aye, Antipholus, look strange and frown. Some other mistress hath thy sweet aspects. The time was once when thou on urge would vow that never music were pleasing to thine ear, that never object pleasing to thine eye, that never touch well welcome to thy hand, that never meat sweet savor to thy taste, unless I spake or looked
or touched, or carved to thee? Oh, how comes it now, my husband, oh, how comes it, that thou art estranged from thyself? Thyself, I call it, being estranged to me, that indivisible, incorporate, and better than thy dear self's better part. Do not tear thyself away from me, for know, my love, as easy mayest thou fall a drop of water in the breaking gulf, and take unmingled thence that drop again, without addition or diminishing, as take from thee myself. How dearly would it touch thee to the quick, shouldest thou hear but I were licentious, and that this body consecrate to thee by ruffian lust should be contaminant. Wouldst thou not spit at me, and spurn at me, and hurl the name of husband in my face, and tear the stained skin from off my harlot brow, and take my false hand, and cut the wedding ring, and break it with a deep divorcing vow? I know thou canst, yet see thou do it. I am possessed with an adulterate blot. My blood is mingled with the crime of lust. For if we two be one, and thou playest false, I do digest the poison of thy flesh, being strumpeted by thy contagion. Keep then fair league and truce with thy true bed. I live disdained, thou undisarmed.
Lead you to me, fair dame. I know you not. In Ephesus I am but 2 hours old, as strange unto your town, as to your talk. Through every word, by all my wit being scanned, once wit no one word to understand.
Hi, brother. How the world is changed with you. When were you wont to use my sister thus? She sent for you home by Dromio to dinner?
By Dromio?
By me?
By thee. And this thou didst return from him, that he did buffet thee, and in his blows denied my house for his, me for his wife.
Did you converse, sir, with this gentle woman?
Aye, sir. I never saw her till this time.
Villain, thou liest, for even her very words didst thou deliver to me on the march.
I never saw her till this time, or spake with her in all my life.
How could she thus call us by our names, unless it be by inspiration?
How ill agrees it with your gravity to counterfeit thus grossly with your slave, abetting him to thwart me in my mood? Be it from my wrong you are from me exempt, but wrong not that wrong with a more contempt. Come, husband, I will fasten on this sleeve of thine. Thou art an elm, my husband, I a vine, whose weakness, married to thy stronger state, makes me to communicate. If all possesses me from thee, it is dross, usurping ivy, briar, and idle moss, who all for want of pruning infect thy sap and live on thy confusion.
To me she speaks. She moves me for her theme. Was I married to her in my dream? Or dream I now and think I hear all this? What error drives our eyes and ears amiss? Until I know this sure uncertainty, I'll entertain the offered fallacy.
Dromio, go get the serpents spread for dinner.
Oh, for my beads! I cross me for a sinner! This is the fairyland! Oh, spite of spites! We talk with goblins, owls, and sprites. If we obey them not, this will ensue. They'll suck our breath, or pinch us black and blue.
Dromio, why prettest thou to thyself? Dromio, thou drone, thou snail, thou slug, thou sot! I am transformed, master, am not I?
I think thou art in mind, and so am I.
Nay, master, both in my mind and in my shape.
Thou hast thine own form.
No, I am an ape.
If thou art changed aught, 'tis to an ass.
'Tis so. She rides me, and I long for grass. 'Tis so, I am an ass. Else it never could be that I know her as well as she knows me.
Come, come, no longer will I be a fool to put the finger in the eye and weep. whilst man and master laugh my woes to scorn. Come, sir, to dinner. Dromio, keep the gate. Husband, I'll dine above with you today, and shrive you of 1,000 idle pranks. Sirrah, if any asks you for your master, say he dines forth, and let no creature enter. Come, sister. Dromio, play the porter well.
Am I in earth, in heaven or in hell? Sleeping or waking, mad or well advised, known unto these and to myself disguised. All say as they say, and persevere so, and in this midst all adventures go.
Master, shall I be porter of the gate?
Aye, and let none enter, lest I break your pate.
Come, come, Antipholus. We dine too late.
Good Signor Angelo, you must excuse us all. My wife is shrewish when I keep not hours. Say that I lingered with you at your shop to see the making of her carcanet, and that tomorrow you will bring it home. But here's a villain that would face me down. He met me on the mart, and that I beat him, and charged him 1,000 marks in gold, and that I did deny my wife and house. Thou drunkard, thou, what didst thou mean by this?
Say what you will, sir, but I know what I know. That you did beat me at the mart, I have your hand to show. If the skin were parchment and the blows you gave were ink, your own handwriting would tell you what I think.
I think thou art an ass.
Marry. So it doth appear. By the wrongs I suffer and the blows I bear, I should kick being kicked, and being at the pass, you would take to your heels and beware of an ass.
You're sad, Signor Balthazar. Pray God our cheer may answer my goodwill and your good welcome here.
I hold your dainties cheap, sir, and you're welcome here.
Oh, Signor Balthazar, either at flesh or fish, a table full of welcome makes scarce one dainty dish.
Good meat, sir, 'tis common that are mature on boards.
And welcome more common, for that's nothing but words.
Small cheer and great welcome make some merry feast indeed.
I, to a niggardly host and more sparing guest. But though my cates be mean, take them in good part. Better cheer may you have, but not with better heart. But soft, my door is locked. Go, bid them let us in.
Maud, Bridget, Miriam, Cicely, Jillian, Jen.
Mome, Malthorse, Capon, Coxcomb, Idiot, Patch. Either get thee from the door, or sit down at the hatch. Dost thou conjure for wenches that thou callst for such store, when one is one too many? Go get thee from the door.
What patches made our porter? My master stays in the street.
Let him walk from whence he came, lest he catch cold on's feet.
Who is within there? Ho, open the door.
Right, sir, I'll tell you when, and you'll tell me wherefore.
Wherefore? For my dinner, I have not dined today.
Nor today here you must not. Come again when you may.
What art thou that keeps me from the house I owe?
The porter for this time, sir. And my name is Dromio.
Oh, villain! Thou hast stolen both mine office and my name. The one ne'er got me credit, the other mickle blame. If thou hast been Dromio today in my place, thou wouldst change thy face for a name, or thy name for an ass.
What coil is there, Dromio? Coil is the gate.
Let my master in, Luce.
Faith, no, he comes too late. And so tell your master.
Oh, Lord, I must laugh. Have at you with the proverb. Shall I set in my staff?
Have I with another, that's when. Can you tell?
If thy name be called Luce, thou hast answered him well.
Do you hear, you minion? You'll let us in, I hope.
I thought to have asked you.
And you said no.
So come, help, well struck. There's a blow for a blow.
Thou baggage, let me in!
Can you tell for your sake?
Master, knock the door hard.
Let him knock.
I'm trying my best.
Let him knock till it aches.
You'll cry for this, minion, when I beat the door down.
What needs all that with a pair of stocks in the town?
What's it at the door that keeps all this noise?
By my troth, your town is troubled with unruly boys.
Are you there, wife? You might have come before.
Your wife, surname? Go, get you from the door.
If you went in pain, master, this knave would go sore.
Here is neither cheerstone nor welcome. We would fain have either. Debating which was best, we shall part with neither.
They stand at the door, master. Bid them welcome hither.
There is something in the wind that we cannot get in.
You would say so, master, if your garments were thin. Your cake is warm within. You sit here in the cold. To make a man mad as a buck to be so bought and sold.
Go fetch me something. I'll break open the gate.
Break any breaking here, and I'll break your knave's pate.
A man may break words with you, sir, and words are but wind. They break it in your face, so he break it not behind.
It seems thou want'st breaking out upon thee, hind.
Here is too much out upon thee. I prithee, let me in.
I, when fowls have no feather, and fish have no fin.
Well, I'll break in. Go, borrow me a crow.
Crow without a feather? Master, mean you so? For a fish without a fin, there's a fowl without a feather. If a crow help us in, sir, all will pluck a crow together.
Go, get thee gone. Fetch me an iron crow.
Have patience, sir. Oh, let it not be so. Herein you war against your reputation, and draw within the compass of suspect the unviolated honor of your wife. Once this, your long experience of her wisdom, her sober virtue, years in modesty, plead on her part some cause to you unknown. But doubt not, sir, for she will well excuse why at this time the doors are made against you. Be ruled by me, depart in patience, and let us to the Tiger all to dinner. And about evening, come yourself alone to know the reason of this strange restraint. If by strong hand you offer to break in now in the stirring passage of the day, a vulgar comment will be made of it, and supposed by the common route, against your yet ungallant estimation, that may with foul entreaty enter in and dwell upon your grave when you are dead. For slander lies upon succession, ever hazardous where against possession.
You have prevailed. I will depart in quiet, and in despite of mirth, mean to be merry. I know a wench of excellent discourse, pretty and witty, wild and yet too gentle. There will we dine. This woman that I mean, my wife, but I protest without desert, hath oftentimes upbraided me withal. To her will we to dinner. Get you home and fetch the chain. By this I know 'tis made. Bring it, I pray you, to the Porpentine, for there's the house. That chain will I bestow, be it for nothing but to spite my wife upon mine hostess there. Good sir, make haste. Since mine own doors refuse to entertain me, I'll knock elsewhere to see if they'll stay.
I'll meet you at that place tomorrow head.
Do so. This jest shall cost me some expense.
And may it be you have quite forgot a husband's office? Shall Antipholus, even in the spring of love, thy love springs rot? Shall love and building grow so ruinous? If you do wed my sister for her wealth, then for her wealth's sake use her with more kindness. Or, if you like elsewhere, do it by stealth. Muffle your false love with some show of blindness. Let not my sister read it in your eye. Be not thy tongue thy own shame's order. Look sweet, be fair, become disloyalty. Apparel vice like virtue's harbinger. Bear fair presence, though your heart be tainted. Teach sin the carriage of a holy saint. Be secret false, what need should be acquainted? With simple thief, bragged to his own pain. 'Tis double wrong to true with your bed, and let her read it in thy looks abhorred. Alas, poor women, make us but believe, being compact of credit, that you love us. Though others have the arm, show us the sleeve. We in your motion turn, that you may move us. Then, gentle brother, get you in again. Comfort my sister, cheer her, call her wife. 'Tis holy sport to be a little vain, when the sweet breath of flattery conquers strife.
Sweet mistress, what your name is else, I know not. nor by what wonder you do hid of mine. Less in your knowledge and your grace you show not than our earth's wonder. More than earth, divine, teach me, dear creature, how to think and speak. Lay open to my earthly gross conceit, smothered in errors, feeble, shallow, weak, the folded meaning of your words to seek. Against my soul's pure truth, why labor you to make it wander in unknown fields? Are you a god? Would you create me new? Transform me then, and to your power I'll yield. But if that I am I, then well I know your weeping sister is no wife of mine, nor to her bed no homage do I owe. Far more, to you do I decline. Oh, train me not, sweet mermaid, with thy note. Drown me in thy sister's flood of tears. Sing, siren, for thyself, and I will dote. Spread o'er the silver waves thy golden hairs, and I'll take them as a bed, and there lie. And in that glorious supposition, think, he gains by death that hath such means to die. But love, being light, be drowned if she sink.
What? Are you mad that you do reason so?
Not mad, but maiden. How, I do not know.
It is a fault that springeth from your eye.
For gazing on your beams, fair sun, being by.
Gaze where you should, and that will clear your sight.
As good to wink, sweet love, as look on night.
Why call you me love? Call my sister so.
Thy sister's sister.
That's my sister.
No, it is thyself. Mine own self's better part. Mine eyes, clear eye, my dear heart's dearer heart. My food, my fortune, and my sweet hope's aim. My soul earth's heaven, my heaven's claim.
All this my sister is, or else should be.
Call thyself sister, sweet, for I am thee. Thee will I love, and with thee lead my life. Thou hast no husband yet, nor I no wife. Give me thy hand.
Oh, soft sir, hold you still. I'll fetch my sister to get her goodwill. Am I your man? Am I Dromio? Am I myself?
Thou art Dromio. Thou art my man. Thou art thyself.
I am an ass. I am a woman's man, and besides myself.
What a woman's man, and how besides thyself?
Marry, sir, besides myself, I am due to a woman. One that claims me. One that haunts me. One that will have me.
What claim lays she to thee?
Marry, sir, such a claim as you would lay to your horse. And she would have me as a beast. Not that I, being a beast, she would have me. That she, being a very beastly creature, lays claim to me.
What is she?
Marry, sir, she is a very reverend body. Aye, such a one as a man may not speak of without he say, Sir Reverence. I have but least luck in match, and yet she is a wondrous fat marriage.
How dost thou mean a fat marriage?
She's the kitchen wench, and oh, grease! And I know not what use to put her to, but to make a lamp of her and run from her by her own light. I bought it. Her rags and tallow could burn a Poland winter. If she lives till doomsday, she'll burn a week longer than the whole world.
What complexion is she of?
Swart, like my shoe, but her face nothing like so clean kept. For why? She sweats. A man may go over his shoes in the grime of it.
That's a fault of Waterloo men.
No, sir, 'tis in grain. No, his blood could not do it.
What's her name?
Nell, sir. Her name and 3/4, that's an L and 3/4. Could not measure her. From hip to hip.
Then she bears some bread.
No longer, sir. From head to toe, then from hip to hip. I could find out countries in her.
In what part of her body stands Ireland?
Marry, sir, in the buttocks. I found it out by the bogs.
Where's Scotland?
In the barrenness.
hard in the palm of the hand.
Where France?
In her forehead, armed and reverted, making war against her hair.
Where England?
I looked for the chocolate lips, but I could find no whiteness, but I guess it stood in her chin, between the salt room that ran between France and it.
Where Spain?
Faith, I saw it not, but I felt it, hot in her breath.
Where America? The Indies?
Oh, sir, upon her nose, all were embellished with carbuncles, rubies, sapphires, declining their rich aspect to the hot breath of Spain, who sent whole armadas of carracks to be balanced on her nose.
Where stood Belgium, the Netherlands?
Oh, sir! I did not look so low. To conclude, this drudge, or diviner, swore she was assured to me, laid claim to me, called me Dromio, told me what pretty marks I had about me, such as the mark on my shoulder, the mole on my neck, the great wart on my left arm, that I, amazed, ran from her as from a witch. And I think, if my breast had not been made of faith, and my heart of steel, she would have turned me into a curdled dog and made me turn at the wheel.
Go. Hie thee presently, close to the road. And if any ship put forth, I will not harbor in this town tonight. If any bark forth, come to the mark, where I will stay till thou come to me.
As from a bear a man would run for life, so fly I from her that would be my wife.
There is none but witches do inhabit here, and therefore 'tis high time that I were hence. She that doth call me husband, even my soul doth for a wife abhor. But her fair sister, possessed with such a gentle sovereign grace, almost made me traitor to myself. But lest I be guilty to self-wrong, I'll stop mine ears against the mermaid's song. Aye, that's my name.
I know it well, sir. Lo, here is the chain. I thought to obtain you at the porpentine, the chain unfinished made me stay thus long.
What is your will that I should do with this?
What? Please yourself, sir. I have made it for you.
For me? I bespoke it not.
Not once nor twice, but 20 times you have. Go home and please your wife withal. And soon at supper time, I'll visit you and there receive the money for the chain.
I pray, sir, receive the money now. For fear you'll never see chain nor money more.
You are a merry man, sir. Fare you well.
What I shall think of this, I cannot tell. But this I think, there's no man is so vain that would refuse so fair an offered chain. I see here, a man need not live by shifts, when in the street he weeks such golden gifts. All to the mark, and there for Dromio stay. If any ship put out, then straight away.